Hi, everyone, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back. Thanks so much for being here. So let's get into it. We are asking today, how do they feel about you right now? The person that is currently on your mind. Keep in mind, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you come across this video, the messages should resonate from spirit to you direct. So let's get into how we're going to do this. We are going to start with the tarot, and then we're going to get into a couple of the oracles, including message oracle, and then we're going to end with some advice. So if you already know what pile you're mostly attracted to, don't forget the timestamps are down below in the description and also pinned to the top of the comments. But for the rest of you, let's go through the pile selection today. So for pile number 1, we have this black tourmaline piece. And we will be using the Fatality Tarot deck. So again, number 1, we have the black tourmaline with the Fatality Tarot deck. For pile 2, we have this cat's eye glass. And we will also be using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck for you today. So again, pile 2, we have the cat's eye glass, and we will be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. For pile 3, we have this really interesting tiger's iron piece. And we will be using the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. So again, pile 3, we have the tiger's iron piece, and we will be using the Mystic Mondays Tarot. So feel free to pause and tune into the energy. I want you to make a good decision. You know, we are asking a pretty intimate question. How do they feel about you right now? So just remember, I'm going to be as real as possible. Of course, I always am known for my good bedside manner, so you are in good hands. But keep in mind that we're going to really tune into the energy of this person on your mind and see what's going on. So without further ado, I will meet you at your reading. Bye, everyone. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile 1. If you chose the black tourmaline gem, and or if you chose this really cool Fatality deck, then this is your reading. We are asking today, Spirit, the person that is currently on your mind in a romantic way, whether you're with this person or not, regardless of whatever connection you might have. The question we are asking is, how do they feel about you right now? Whenever you come across this reading, keep in mind it is a timeless reading. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here today for the collective energy of pile 1. And we are asking you today, Spirit, the person that is on pile 1's mind, how do they feel right now about pile 1? 9 of Wands. Interestingly enough, behind the scenes, Moon jumped on my back and jumped onto the table next to me. Not sure if you heard that. Hi, Mooney. 9 of Wands. Resilience. A lot of challenges that you might have had with this person. All right, we have the Hermit. It's looking like it wants to be in reverse, but let's double check it. Okay, we're just going to take it upright. Wow, 2 9s. Now, this is also our first major arcana. This is Virgo energy Card number 9, the Hermit. This person might be keeping themselves at a distance right now. The Hierophant. Another major arcana. Card number 5. And this is Taurus energy. How does this person feel? Pile 1 right now. Another major arcana. The Judgment. Card number 20 coming up in reverse. Looks like this person is trying to console someone. Just the imagery I get. Okay, pile 1, this is already very interesting just because we have 3 major arcana coming out right out the gate. Curious to see what your clarifiers are going to be. I feel like this person has strong emotions for you just because of the major arcana coming out. But I feel like this person is hiding their emotions right now because it's really hard to tell exactly how they're feeling. But I'm sensing it's strong. King of Swords coming up to clarify the 9 of Wands. This person is in their logical mind. They're in their mind. They're a logical thinker. Spirit, why is this person? Hermit here. Knight of Pentacles coming up in reverse. And it's clarifying the Hermit. So whether you're with this person or not, I feel like this person is a little bit in stuck energy. I don't feel like they're coming forward. Two of Pentacles coming up. Interesting, like how, I don't know if you could tell, but even like the Two of Pentacles, it's like crossed out. So the energy of like this person finding balance, the energy of finding balance with you. I feel like they feel very balanced when it comes to you. 6 of Swords. Okay. I'm getting that. And I apologize for my voice. I am recovering from a cold, but I felt very inspired to do this reading. So, another 9, a 9 is coming up again. We got the Hermit here. And this is the 9 of Swords. Okay. I'm sensing that you and this person might have ended things. This might be someone that you walked away from, or this person walked away from you. It might have been a while since you two have connected. Yeah, I feel like this person, does this person have any feelings for you? I do sense that this person, it's almost like that feeling of, because this might have been a major connection in their life, that they feel respect when they think of you. I sense a feeling of, that feeling of like just knowing that they've been through a lot with you, and they do, their feelings for you is that of like someone that they went to battle with and came through the other side, and both of you are strong because of it. I know that sounds really confusing. I feel like they're not in their heart space when it comes to you. I do feel like they have strong feelings, but I think it's mostly out of respect, maybe because you and this person shared history together. I do feel like when they are thinking of you, and I do feel like it causes them some stress whenever they are thinking of you. But I think for the most part, this person is on a healing journey at this time. Let's go through it. So we have the 9 of Wands. And it's being clarified by the King of Swords. I feel like this person has made a conscious decision to figure out their own life and focus on clarifying and sorting out things, um, potentially in the aftermath of the connection they had with you. I feel like they think of themselves as a survivor. I do sense that they are in their power in some way. It could be that they are confident in their work, confident in their business, and they are the type of person that doesn't turn away from struggle or challenge. So, how they feel about you right now is, I'm not getting much. I'm going to be honest. I think it's because they have moved on. I think this person that you are thinking of on your mind right now is trying to move on with their life. But when they are thinking of you, they have that feeling of respect. Now, with the Hermit, this person could be isolating themselves from you. You might not have heard from this person in a while, especially if there was a breakup or a disconnect of some sense. Okay? Now, with the Knight of Pentacles coming up in reverse, I feel like this person is not considering any forward movement when it comes to you. I don't think they are even thinking about offering you something. I'm sorry if that is not what you want to hear. I do feel like when they are thinking of you, it is when they are alone, maybe when they are kind of at the end of a hard day. You might pop up in their mind. And the energy that I'm getting is that it doesn't really phase them too much anymore. And I do feel like they have stressful thoughts when it comes to you that they're trying to release. And I feel like that is, with this Nine of Swords energy, like that's also the Hermit energy I'm getting. Like if they do think about you, they find themselves in a negative sort of energy. And it doesn't feel good to them because I do feel like they are on some sort of healing. Now, with the Hierophant coming up, this could be legal. This could have been a spouse. This could also be a current spouse that you're dealing with. If that is the case, this person is not really focused on you right now. They might be dealing with something um in their personal life. It could have to do with work, just because we have Pentacles energy coming up and a lot of air energy. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy is coming up. We also have Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I feel like a lot of Capricorn, Aquarius energy, Taurus energy, I said before. Virgo. Yeah, it is very grounded energy that this person is trying to cultivate in their life right now. Um, Now, if this is a person that you are married to or in a connection or a deep connection with, this person is trying to find balance. And again, I think it has to do something with they're trying to stay cool-headed about it. Now, with the Judgment coming up in reverse, with the Six of Swords being clarified, this person might have walked away or is isolating themselves from you. They're trying to they're trying to tune into their own frequency. And I feel like, I don't think they're going through a depression, but they might be going through a dark night of the soul. I'm getting that energy of this person just wanting to be alone, wanting to just figure out their own energy. So if they're walking away from you, if you and this person are currently connected in some way, okay, then you might notice that they are taking like a time out in which they are trying to figure out some sort of balance. Now, if you and this person did break up or have been separated, in any capacity, this person is going through the healing. And like I said, I sense strong emotion. I feel like this must have been or is a strong connection just because three major arcana is coming out, especially with the Hierophant here. That could really signify like a legality to you and this person's connection. But if that's not the case, then I almost feel like this person wants to break out of some past ways of thinking. They're trying to release something, especially if you and this person are currently going through some struggles. Spirit, any other details? How is this person currently feeling? Piled one. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to keep it here. So this is another 9. We have 999. I feel like there was another 9 that came up too. 9 might mean something, but that is Hermit energy. And with the 9 of Pentacles, it feels like this person is cultivating Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Cultivating like I'm feeling independent energy from this person. They just want to be alone right now. They just want to get into their own power. And they might not be really connected right now with their intuition. They're having a hard time making decisions. They're being very indecisive. Spirit, what is this 2 of Pentacles? What are they in the Hierophant? What's going on here? How are they feeling? The World. This could be an ending. This could be the end of a cycle with this person. This is Leo energy. It's card number 21. It's another major arcana. And it's almost like this person is just balancing what it means to be independent. I wanted to get and then we're gonna get into the Oracle, but Six of Swords, Spirit. The Chariot. Okay. So it really does look like they are moving in the opposite direction from you. I do feel like they are trying to release you. Wheel of Fortune. I do feel like this was meant, the way this is all unfolding is meant to happen. This is divinely guided right now. This is another major arcana. Now, this could be yeah, I feel like this person, and if this person made the wrong decision or not, I don't know when it comes to you, but I do feel like they are moving forward and walking away from you. And they are trying to get into their logical mind space, their independent space. Now, if you are connected with this person might just need some me time. If you are currently in a cycle with this person, this is Pisces energy, card number 10. Almost like an anchor. This person, if you are connected with this person, they might feel anchored down in some way. I feel like they're just stuck. Okay, I think the majority of you coming across this reading, pile 1, this is a person from your past. And this person and you have been disconnected for quite a while. I feel like this might have been a big connection. Even if it is a karmic, it might have been a big connection for you. Which is why you might just be wondering what's going on with this person. And like I said, I feel like there not too many emotions are coming up with the tarot. We're going to get into the Oracle in a moment, but I did sense big emotions. And it could just very well be because you and this person shared a big connection at one point. Okay, Spirit, how does this person feel about pile one right now? Beauty, divine feminine. Wow. So now we're getting a little bit, some detail Spirit is telling us, because really the tarot wasn't giving us much, except that this person is hermiting, isolating in their independent energy. But how they are feeling about you, I do believe that they do hold you in very high esteem. They look at you, they might look at you like a divine counterpart, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. But that might not be for everyone, especially if this is someone that you are going to keep in the past. If you and this person have broken up and you are not trying to be back with this person, but even if that's the case, it doesn't matter. I do feel like this person does feel like you were a big part of their life. And they do find you very beautiful. They do find you very someone to be cherished. Karma, loyalty, pain. Okay. This is giving us a little bit more details. Now, loyalty is catching my attention. Even if this person is on a healing journey and is moving in the opposite direction, trying to heal, trying to focus on other things, staying in their logical mind, they could still feel that sense of loyalty when it comes to you. Now, if you and this person are together, then that makes sense. This person, even if they are distancing themselves from you, whether you've had fights or challenges, or if they are just disconnecting and you're sensing it, I do feel like this person is not going anywhere as far as like loyalty goes. They're not wandering. I don't see anything about third party. I didn't get that energy at all. Okay. Now, okay, for those of you that have been disconnected from this person for a while, which might be the majority of you, this person could still feel a sense of loyalty. You might understand that too if you're curious about this person. You might feel it too. Um, Maybe, I don't know. Sorry if that made you mad. But I mean, the point is like this person might be really in pain and trying to figure out how to get out. They're trying to get out of that like Nine of Swords energy that we were looking at earlier. They are having a hard time, like I said, knowing what direction to go to. I feel like they're stuck. They're stuck. They are not seeing perspective. They're not seeing perspective right now. Okay, we're going to get into the roses and love messages. See what this person would say to give us a little bit more clarity on how this person might feel about you right now. But, the word cautious comes to mind. It says apprehensive, afraid, cautious. If you and this person have been in a separation, and I do feel like there's a lot of energy of nines coming up. And that's the hermit energy. So I do feel like you and this person might really not know what's going on with this person. This person might be dealing with a lot of pain. If you and this person did break up or have stopped talking, the person's going through it. They're trying to heal. They might be in the thick of that, trying to figure out, how to recover from this. Because, if they're looking at you in such a high light with beauty and divine feminine, that they could be really going through it right now. And they're trying to block it, that energy, which is why it's hard to pick up on how they're feeling. I can't imagine life without you. Yeah, this could be that For those of you that are broken up or disconnected in some way, this person, that could be why this person is having a hard time, especially if they are looking at you like their divine counterpart, like that you're meant for them with the Wheel of Fortune. And they might know, they might be with Judgment coming up in reverse, it's giving me that impression of this person making a bad decision. So if they walked away from you, if they ran away, I feel like this person is recognizing that they may have made a bad decision. Okay, I am healing. Please be patient with me. And that's the energy that I'm getting. This person is going through it and they are trying to get out of it. They're going through that healing journey right now. And healing journey, the dark night of the soul, that energy that I was getting earlier, it takes a while, and if you are feeling like this, and now if you are connected with this person and this person is just going through like a dark time, just be patient. This person will get out of it. This person will get through it, whatever it is. All right. I became numb because I refused to take accountability for my behavior. Yeah, this person could really turn a blind eye. That could be really frustrating if they ice you out or ghost you or hide or stop talking or communicating. And it's making you feel very like left out or shut out, for those of you that are connected with this person. Even if you're in a disconnect or broke up with this person because of a lack of like effort, or I don't know, I'm getting the energy of there might have been a lot of struggles if you broke up with this person. All right, bottom of the deck, I miss the way I feel when I'm around you. Yeah, I could see that, because this person is really going through it right now. So I feel like, which is why when you come to their mind, it's hard for them. Like it's brewing up some toxic energy within them with the Nine of Swords that came up earlier. Pain. Like, look at how protruding this person's back spine is. Almost like this person is like trying to figure out how to walk with a straight back with confidence. Like the energy of this person is trying to gain their confidence so they could stand tall. But I don't think this person is like looking in a different direction. I think this person is still looking in your direction, regardless of whether they're not in their heart space. Because we didn't see too many cups energy. Okay, let's get some advice, Spirit. What is advice for Pile 1 with what we learned about how this person feels? Because this person is really shutting out their feelings right now. That could be really hard. But I feel like this person feels like they need to do that for their own healing. Wow. The cave. This reminds me of the energy of hermiting, like going into your own sanctuary, your own sacred space. If this person is hermiting, retreat, time out, self-care, slow down. That could also be Spirit reminding you that this could be time for you to do the same if you haven't already. Even just taking a step back from this person, whether you're connected with this person or not currently, maybe to slow down and fill your own cup. We also have the healing stones. Wow, a lot of energy of healing. This could have been a breakup for the majority of you. And I'm sorry if you're going through it right now. Tenderness, care, gentleness, nourishment, almost like reparenting yourself. This person is going through it too. You might be reflecting that energy, especially if this was a breakup, or a disconnect. Even if there has been time, because again, that someone could really, mourning is different for everyone. And you do go through the mourning process, even with a breakup. So if that's the energy, this person could have had a delayed reaction and now they're going through it, or vice versa. Or both of you are going through it together right now, which is kind of what I'm feeling for the majority of you. Now, for those of you that are with this person, and this person just needs, what I mean by that is some of you that are connected with this person, whether this is your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, someone you're dating, and you're sensing them pulling back or disconnecting. This is the energy of them going through something that might not have anything to do with you. They are not ready to really talk about it right now. They are, but I feel like they eventually will. So be patient. Now, that is only for a few of you, okay? Because I think the majority of you might not be with this person. And this person is healing. And I feel like Spirit is saying that that is something you should be focused on for yourself. Weather the storms, let it change you, embrace the unexpected. Be open. You are going through it. You will get to the other side of it. You will, Pal One. Wow. Okay. I hope this made sense. I hope that this, gave you some type of insight, in some way with this person. And really, above all, I just feel like Spirit is saying that, focus on healing yourself if you haven't been. And if you are, then you are on the right path. Is for those of you that have ended something with someone, the person on your mind. Wow. Okay. I hope, man, if this resonated, let me know. And I hope I see you again. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading pile 2. So if you chose this really cool cat's eye glass or gem, and or if you chose the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, which is a really, really interesting deck. I love using this deck, to be honest. And we're asking today, the person you are currently thinking about, how do they feel about you right now? What is their current emotional status of how they feel about you right now? And again, this could be any sort of connection, romantic connection that you might be dealing with. And also keep in mind, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you come across this, the messages should resonate at the time of the reading. Okay, thank you, Spirit, so much as we are connecting with the energy, pile 2. Again, thank you, pile 2, for being here today. Let's get into it. So we're going to get 4 cards, and then we're going to get some clarifiers. Spirit. Okay. Wow. So 4 of Wands. This is 4 of Wands. Coming upright. And I asked the question in my mind. Sorry. Usually, before I started this channel, I used to just communicate in my mind with Spirit. But I had a moment where I did my old school. But wow, 4 of Wands. How does this person feel? Person on pile 2's mind, Spirit. How do they feel about pile 2 right now? Okay. Daughter of Cups coming up in reverse. I believe the daughter is the page, if I remember. This is a little tricky, this deck, but I'm pretty sure the daughter is Page. So Daughter of Cups. Page of Cups coming up in reverse. Wow. So this is in reverse. It's 10 of Wands coming up in reverse. What a interesting. Like I said, this deck is very unique. All right, how does this person feel about pile 1? That did a little flip. So this is the 10 of Cups, and it flipped pretty specifically. So I do feel, and I'm thinking this is reverse. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So 10 of Cups is coming up in reverse. What a very interesting card. It's reminded me of like a couple of things. Very creative. So how is this person feeling? I do feel like they're stressing over this. I don't feel like they're happy right now. The Lovers, wow. So the Lovers is clarifying the 4 of Wands, and the Lovers is our first major arcana coming up. This is card number 6. Noticing the same type of imagery in 10 of Cups, except 10 of Cups is in reverse. Wow, the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. You see 2, I want to say geese. I love geese. Some people don't, but I love them. So, wow, the Lovers. Okay. Spirit, how is this person feeling? Why is the Daughter of Cups here in reverse? All right, this tumbled to the ground, I think because it wanted to land the way it landed. And this is the Hierophant coming up in reverse. Now, this is what it looks like upright. So I do feel like trying to figure out if this is your energy or this person, but one of you is blocked to the other. That or you guys might be at odds with each other right now, because I do feel like some of you might already be in a connection with this person. Seven of Swords coming up to clarify the 10 of Wands in reverse. Let's get our last card. Why is the 10 of Cups here, Spirit, in reverse? How is this person? Wow, the Sun. Hi, honey. Hi, Cloudy. Cloud's here. He's saying hi too. Through the clouds, there comes the Sun. Okay. And it's funny because, okay, now the Sun is Leo energy. It is also another major arcana. Now we have 3 in total, with the 2 of Wands coming up in reverse at the bottom of the deck energy. Now, High Priestess in reverse right after that. 9 of Wands. This is interesting energy. So immediately the feeling that I'm getting is this is a bigger relationship. I think you and this person, whether you're in a connection right now or not speaking to this person, whatever type of connection this is, I do feel like this is kind of a big one for this person. I'm assuming you might feel the same, but I do feel like the way they feel about you is definitely strong emotions. And I do feel like they are, gosh, a lot of imagery of 2 is coming up. Now, keep in mind, we are pile 2, and I do get that. But I'm getting like the Gemini energy that was coming up earlier. And again, the Gemini energy with the lovers and just seeing these two birds. And then, if I'm thinking of Four of Wands, I'm thinking of 1111, which to me feels like two pairs. And then now I'm looking at the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I also am looking at a juxtaposition of the Sun clarifying the Ten of Cups in reverse. It feels like there is a duality. Something is going on. I'm not getting the energy of hot cold. I'm getting more of the energy of this person loves you, potentially, or really, really likes you. I mean, again, it depends on the type of connection you have. But I also feel like they are balancing it with other emotions or feelings or thoughts. And we're going to go through it. So the first thing we start, the first card of your reading, and I didn't even ask the question out loud. I was talking to spirit in my mind. Four of Wands comes out. And, that always feels like 1111, union. Even just the way this card represents, and this is not the typical way Four of Wands is represented at all, but the dimension, the aligned way that these dimensions and almost like geometry, like everything is fitting perfectly like a puzzle piece. Even the background with the lines, it just feels very something that's very aligned. Everything is stacked right. Even like the idea of 1111 feels like 4 steps in a row. Is the idea that I'm getting from this energy. So I feel like this person definitely looks at you like you are either their divine counterpart. I'm just going to say it. They might really think you are the one for them, okay? But they might also I'm also getting the energy that I feel like they're watching you. I don't know, something about the middle of this, it feels like an eye. That's just what I'm feeling. So I feel like if you are in a fight or conflict, we might have to get some clarifiers on what's going on. But whatever is causing burden and overwhelm in this connection, I feel like this person is trying to take a step back and look and sort through some type of information. Now, as far as the lovers, I mean, that kind of says it all. This could represent a divine counterpart. It could represent a loving connection. It also, in some cases, could represent a choice. With the Two of Wands coming up at the bottom of the deck energy, that could resonate with some of you. This person might be, for those of you that are not with this person could be debating between being single and choosing to bring this relationship or connection into union. The reason, okay, so right, the first thing I sense is someone that is not coming forward with any type of offer. We have the Page coming up, and it's coming up in reverse, and it's being clarified by the Hierophant in reverse. This might be this person feels like you and them are doing things a little differently. Their feelings might be a little deeper than Page. Even like the way this little cute duck is like floating on the surface of the water. I feel like in reverse, it's almost like you could see the image of a duck, a colorful image of the duck in water. I'm getting that feeling of like depth in their emotional, how they feel about you. Okay? Especially because we do have a few major arcana coming up. Now, with the Hierophant in reverse, this could mean a couple of things. I'm getting a few messages. Let me go back to the original message I got from Spirit when I first saw this. And of course, my eyes were attracted to this key. And because it's in reverse, it's almost the idea of, like, notice how there's lightning coming through. That's what I assume this is. It could be something different, but the energy I'm getting is this lightning struck the key, and almost like this bird dropped the key. Now, what this key could represent, it could be commitment. It could be this person is not sure of how deep they want to go in this connection. That could be causing them a little bit of burden. Because the Hierophant to me represents like commitment. It could even represent a marriage. And since it's in reverse, this could be a falling out with this person if you are in a connection with this person already. I'm sorry, if you hear noise in the background, that's just my two cats, Cloud Strife and Moon, just playing. It's their witching hour right now. Especially because I'm channeling, so that's usually when they have the most fun. So the Hierophant in reverse, the other message that I'm getting, because I did get a few, is this person is looking at you like a different type of connection. You and this person might be doing things differently. Almost like the person on your mind, the person that we are tuning into the energy of, is maybe changing their old belief system when it comes to connections. I feel like something about you is making them touch base on, like, what is the future, what the future could hold for them, what they want in the future. And man, I feel like they are really trying to temper this energy. They might even be keeping. Now, I can't ignore this. This is a beautiful representation of the Seven of Swords. Look at this sly, beautiful fox, curled up with one eye open. Kind of reminds me of the eye in the Four of Wands, which, like I said, I never usually get that type of energy. But I feel like this person is keeping tabs on you. If you and this person are at a disconnect, they're monitoring. They're feeling a little overwhelmed. I feel like it is stressing them out. It's a little backfiring. If this makes sense to some of you. But I feel like they're keeping something hidden. It could be how they feel. Like, look at all the swords above the fox's head, but look at how they're curled up, and there is one sword that is hidden behind them or below them. And that could be what your person is holding close to their chest. I feel like they might not, be showing you they might not be giving you an offer. I feel like they're not. I don't see them moving forward. If you and this person are in a connection, I feel like this person might be isolating, maybe keeping to themselves a little bit. If you and this person are not together, this person doesn't seem to be making any action. I'm not sensing that. And I think the reason why is they are trying not to be overwhelmed. They might, I'm sensing from this person that you might be the first person in a long time that is making them think about commitment. And that might not be for everyone. But I feel like something about their emotional feelings for you, like, if they were to admit it, I feel like like I feel like they're fearing commitment. Like, they're feeling, it almost feels like trapped energy, this 10 of Wands in reversed. Scattered energy, a little bit. Like, this person, like, I think they're scared. I think they're fearful of commitment. I think they are keeping their emotions to themselves. But I do sense that it's causing them a little bit of unhappiness. Like, this is such a opposite with the 10 of Cups coming up in reverse. Now, that's not to say this is not good energy. I feel like it's still the 10 of Cups. but they might be having a hard time seeing a future. But again, then we have it clarified by the sun, which tells me that this person does sense that you and them could have such a bright, beautiful future. But I feel like this person is having a hard time believing that they could be in that energy themselves. Again, I kind of want to get clarifiers. Now, before we do get a couple of clarifiers for some of this energy, Two of Wands is coming up in reverse. This person could be really not listening to their intuition. They might be very confused. Fear, and anxiety could really keep someone stuck in their mind. And when you're stuck in your mind, you might not see the signs from spirit or the synchronicities, especially if you're not open to them. So I do feel like with the High Priestess, that can also mean that this person is, again, the idea of keeping their emotions from you secret. Like they are just trying to, because if they keep it secret, then it won't be overwhelming. Like they could handle it. But if they share with you how they feel, and again, this is the energy I'm getting, that I'm picking up from this, okay? If they share how they would feel with you, I feel like that's where they start feeling overwhelmed. And that doesn't, it sounds like this person, for most of you, this person might be coming out of a phase or a cycle in their life from maybe not being one to be tied down easily. And they might be sensing that's where okay, sorry. There's just so many messages coming. Let me just take a moment. What I want to say, and I want to make sure it's clear, is they are getting the energy of knowing that you would be the person that they would want to settle down with. That's the energy you're giving. That you are looking for someone special. And they do see the potential. I mean, with the Lovers coming out and the Four of Wands, I feel like they sense it, they feel it, but they are blocking themselves. Okay, why is the Daughter of Cups here in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse? Let's get some clarifiers on that energy, Spirit. Okay, so this is Nine of Pentacles. Independent energy, Nine of Pentacles. At first, I thought it was a Six of Pentacles for some reason, because that looks like, I don't know. But then I reversed it. Regardless, Nine of Pentacles. What the heck is this? A Nine of Swords. Wow, two nines. Look at those eyeballs. Both eyes are now watching. Wow, okay. This is some really deep energy I'm getting. This is very different than Pile 1. Because I just feel very like I just feel like this energy is like just hyped up a little bit for your reading. What is this? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Interesting. This is card number 10. Coming up in reverse, Pisces energy. Okay. So the energy that I'm getting, nines represent in tarot kind of like a lone journey. This is hermit energy with the nines. And we got the Nine of Swords. I feel like this person is definitely in their head right now. They are overwhelmed. They are trying to, I almost feel like they are trying to push down these feelings. Pile 2. And that's not, if that's not what you want to hear, I'm sorry. But that's where this person is at right now. They are not wanting to feel this. But I do feel like they're unhappy because they are trying to ignore this, push it down, be independent, be their normal self, whatever their normal self looks like for them. That energy of not being in a committed relationship, whatever that looks like for them, that's kind of, it's almost like they want their blanket, they want their comfort. And that's like they want that energy of, I don't know. I think they're going through it. Now, the Nine of Pentacles, I do feel like they are trying to get into that energy of being confident, being independent, being single, getting into their own power. So this could be past energy that they are healing from, especially if they have dealt with like a breakup, and you are new to the scene. It could be something like that, but I don't see that for many of you. I think overall, most of you do sense that this is a strong connection. It could be very frustrating right now for you. And if that's the case, I'm sorry. I understand. Do we want any more clarifiers? Let's just get one. Let's just see. Are they keeping anything else hidden besides their feelings, Spirit? Okay, Three of Swords. Father of Wands. That's the King of Wands, Three of Swords. They could be scared of getting hurt. This could be breakup energy as well. If you and this person are in a separation or have ended things, they could be really going through, they could be really having a hard time hiding their feelings. Like, I do feel like if this was a breakup for you, pile two, and this could be just for some of you, this person still feels very strongly about you, very passionately about you, and they might be hiding that. Okay, you know what? I already started reshuffling the energy, so we're for sure gonna get one more clarifier before we get into the oracle. Oh my goodness, we've been at this for a while. Okay. So what fell on the ground, to clarify, the Tower. Oh my goodness. This is huge. Something is happening in this connection. Pal 2, let me know what's going on. I'm curious if this resonates. So now my mission is to make sure that you walk away from this reading. And we have the Five of Cups coming up in reverse. This could be healing energy. This could have been a big breakdown of or shake up. You and this person could have gone through some type of huge moment. It could have been a breakup. It could have been a separate what caused a separation. I do feel though that this person does care about you, does really have strong emotions for you, is very passionate about you, and is watching you right now. I also feel like they are dreaming about you. Spirit, what other details? Thank you so much for this. This is interesting energy, pile 2. I really want to get into the oracle, hearts, hidden secrets, because I feel like this is going to give us a lot more specifics of how this person is currently feeling right now. When it comes to you, because I'm on pile 2's mind. Soulmates, obsession. Wow. Silence. Let's get one more. Open heart. The cards don't lie. Cloudy judgment. This could also feel like the Two of Wands in the bottom of the deck, like just not sure where to go, which is why this person might not be taking action right now. I feel like they might be going through a tower moment when it comes to you. You might have walked away. You might be the person that has created the silence between the both of you. And it's giving this person some time to really think about what's going on. And I do feel like they're coming to the conclusion that you are their son. I do feel the energy like, again, soulmates, obsession is coming up, like open heart. I feel like they are trying to find that energy, strength, that king energy. I feel like they're not there yet. I feel like they are, Tower moment could create a lot of difficult energy. And you might be going through it too, pal, too. But this person is for sure in behind the scenes, is definitely has their eye on you. And they might really, really care about you with the soulmates coming up. Like, that's the energy. I feel like it could be love. Okay, but that might not resonate with everyone, is depending on your connection. So we're gonna get into the roses in love. And the first message coming through is I'm taking time to find myself again. That could be the healing energy this person has. I feel like they might have a long ways to go. I do feel like they are going through the hard part right now. And they are hyper focusing on you. Wow. I'm healing, be patient with me. Now this is reminding me of Pal One's energy. I think their person was going through some healing as well, but definitely different. I am going through a dark night of the soul and need space. I feel like that's a synchronicity. Yeah, I feel like this person is in the thick of it. And we do have a lot of dark imagery too. The dark night of the soul could just be some people also call it an ego death. So this person could really be starting to be more aware of what their what what their part was in this connection. And what I feel like they're facing their shadows. And that could be really hard. And for those of you that know what I am talking about, you know that it's hard. So that's where this person is at. You're the only one I see. Gosh, the energy of the eye, the looking at you. Yeah, you are the lover. I mean, the lover's card came out. The sun. It's hard to miss the sun. And if that is the energy they feel when they think of you, listen, pile two, this person is going through it. If you and this person have ended things or are in separation, I feel like it might do this person well. No, that doesn't, I don't know. I wouldn't say to wait around for this person to take action. I don't know if they ever will. Now for those of you that are with this person, they could still be going through something. They could still, a dark night of the soul could happen to many of us who have gone through are going through a spiritual awakening, are going down the spiritual path, have multiple times with the dark night of the soul. So even if this is your spouse and they are like isolating and hermiting, I wouldn't take it personal. I don't think this has anything to do with you, because they do love you. They're obsessed with you. They're still taking tabs, even if they're in the basement. They still know what's going on with you. Okay. But again, that might just be for a few of you that are in a connection currently with this person. But the majority of you, and we're going to get into your advice as we close out your reading. The majority of you, though, I do sense that this is some sort of separation or breakup or disconnect. And this is I feel like this is a spiritual connection in some way. It could be a soulmate. It could be your divine counterpart. Or not. Take it as it resonates. Okay. Hi, Mooney. Mooney's here. All right. Pile choose advice, Spirit. What advice could we end the reading with today for Pile choose, Spirit? What is the best advice with light and love? Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, more than I wanted, but we're going to take it. Scrying. Interesting. It feels like writing. Trust your visions, intuition, plant seeds. Oh, the tool of it's a gardening tool. Trust your vision, intuition, plant seeds. Interesting. And that could be, you might be farther along in your journey than this person on your mind, especially if they are now for the first time being aware and finally taking that step in the spiritual path of awakening and be more conscious. That is hard stuff to go through. But it gets easier and easier the more you go through it. And then eventually you just become more conscious, So if this person is just now starting that journey, you might have to be patient and focus on yourself. Weather the storms, let it change you, embrace the unexpected. This could be your challenge. Spirit is saying you have the strength to weather this storm. Ooh, such nice energy. Take a chance, do something different, the edge. Take the edge off. Spirit is saying the energy I'm getting is switch up your energy. Take your mind away from this person, especially if it's making you get stuck in your ego, in your mind, in your thoughts. Check yourself and hang those thoughts up in the closet, and remember to be present. Alignment. Ooh, it's coming together. Precision. Very interesting because I went into the whole imagery of geometry, which I'm not good at math. I've never been, that's one of my beliefs, whether that's true or not, but I've never liked math. I've always failed math, but geometry, I got an A in geometry though. That was the one math class I got A's in. Maybe it was the shapes. I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of. Alignment, union. And maybe that is Spirit's reminder of make sure you get into your own union. If you're there, it's not something you got to always keep your, finger on the pulse. Don't, if you, for example, have stopped doing your rituals, your alignment rituals, whether that's meditation, journaling, taking a nature walk, or, whatever you do to get into an alignment, Spirit is reminding you to make sure that you don't lose track of those. Because I do get the energy that you might already kind of be finding your alignment right now. And this person on your mind might be, beginning that journey. That being said, wow. Listen, I hope this gave you some sort of insight or helped you in some way. That is always my intention. Thank you for sticking around and listening to these messages. And I really do hope with light and love that you are 100% no matter what. So that being said, I hope I see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading, Pile 3. So if you chose this Tiger's Iron, and or if you chose the Mystic Mondays tarot deck, then this is your reading today. Thank you for being here. As we are tuning into the energy, we're asking Spirit today, the person that is currently on your mind, and keep in mind this could be any sort of romantic connection. Tuning into the energy of how they feel about you right now. What are their current emotions when it comes to you? And we are getting more detail along the way, so we'll see what Spirit wants to provide for us. So, okay, let's get into it. Thank you so much for being here. Man, I heard a card fall. Spirit, thank you so much for being here today for Pile 3. So the person on pile three's mind, how are they feeling about pile three right now, Spirit? It's a pretty chunky deck. So it's not so super easy for my hands, but Spirit. Okay. Five of Cups is the first card, our first energy. Kind of reminds me of like marshmallows on a stick. Five of Cups. I'm getting the energy of something being lost. What else, Spirit? How is this person currently feeling right now for card three? Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles. Not sure if it wants to come up right. We're just going to take it up right. King of Pentacles coming up. I don't think I've ever really looked at this card in this deck before. Kind of has like the Richard Gere. Is that his name? Richard Gere. Old school Richard Gere. If you guys know, forget about it. I have such a bad memory. A Pretty Woman, Richard Gere. It kind of reminds me of like that Pretty Woman business guy. Oh, they're chirping at the window. Something caught my cat's attention. Spirit, how is this person currently feeling about pile three? The World. Our first major arcana, and this is the World. This is card number 21. This could represent an ending. It could also represent a new beginning. Like with every ending or cycle that is at its close, there's always a new cycle to take its place. Sorry, I had to pause. I had a little bit of a coughing attack. Believe it or not, I'm recovering from another cold. So if I sound stuffed up, it's because I am a little bit. But wow, another major arcana. This is card number 10, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is a cycle that hasn't really ended yet. But you might be in some sort of disconnect or struggle or challenge right now. I want to get more details. Why is the Five of Cups here? How is this person currently feeling? How three? Knight of Pentacles. Almost up in reverse, but two Pentacles, Knight and a King. How do they feel? I feel like this might be strength coming up. Wow. This you might have more than one person on your mind. Pile three. This might not be for everyone because I am getting a couple of different messages. Okay, one just fell to the ground. Let's see. The Hanged. Oh, cool. The Hanged Woman. It's called the Hanged Woman in this deck. This is card number 12. Pisces energy. A lot of major arcana, strength, Leo energy. This is card number 8. Sun energy. Then we got the World, which again is a little bit of Leo energy in Saturn. And what else am I missing? And now we Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is Pisces energy. I'm not sure if I said it, so let me just repeat. And this is card number 10. And then now we have the Hanged Woman, which is card number 12. Pisces again. Let's get our last card, pile 3. And our last card is the Fool, the beginning of the Fool's journey. Wow. Almost like a fresh start, a new beginning. Okay. I'm getting the Lovers coming up. Wow, at the bottom of the deck energy. So I'm getting the feeling that okay, I feel like this is probably a bigger connection. Even if you are in separation with this person currently, I feel like this, with all the major arcana, that to me is a signifier that this might have been a very strong connection, a deep connection, or currently is. Um, let's go through it. But just with the Lovers coming up, and then we got the Seven of Cups, Six of Cups. This could be someone that you have been in a cycle with for a long time. You might have history with this person. This could be a person that is hyper focused on you right now as well. I feel like with the major arcana, their feelings run very deep and they are kind of not maybe showcasing this. Now, I did mention that I picked up two people. This could be for some of you. I feel like some of you might be, or it could be the same person and you're being reintroduced to this person in a new way. So let's go through that. The first scenario. If this is two different people, I feel like you might be in some type of disconnect with someone that you are ready to kind of move on from, at least in this current energy. And you might be focusing on someone new. Okay. But I think for most of you, this might be the same person and this might be a new beginning. I'm getting the energy of a fresh start. A choice needs to be made. So let's go through it. We have the Five of Cups energy as your first card coming up in this reading. And it kind of reminded me of, and now I could clearly see that these are cups, wine glasses almost. But it reminded me of marshmallows on a stick, just being burnt in the fire. And I feel like you or this person could have been burned in some way. It could have been like this person we have ghosted or did something to where it's causing them kind of deep regret, deep pain, and almost stuck energy a little bit. Now, I feel like maybe at that time they might have been in what is the Knight of Pentacles energy. It could be very slow. It could be very slow moving and it could be very unemotional, very stoic. But it could also be like a committed, stable offer. This person might have misrepresented themselves. It could also be that they weren't offering commitment at first. And I feel like they are now kind of in deep regret because I feel like now they are coming in with the King of Pentacles energy. They want to come in with that type of energy. Like the idea of like even just like I'm thinking it's Richard Gere, like that business person, that person that really probably looks great on paper, has their finances in check, could really create some stability in your life. They might feel that energy of them wanting to bring you that type of commitment, that type of stability. And I feel like they are finding the strength to do that, and I do sense that they have passion for you as well. They might be a fire sign. This could be Leo, Aries, Sag energy, but they could also be, I feel like they might be a earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And like we said earlier, a little bit of Scorpio and some Pisces. Now, the full energy is Aquarius, and this is card number 0, the first, or I should say the extra card in the major arcana. And we also have the World, so it's almost like a full cycle was completed. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's backpedal a little bit. So the Hanged woman could mean a new perspective. But this could also mean that this person is not taking action right now. This person could be a little bit in that stuck energy, and it's probably because they're having all these epiphanies. Even just the way this, like, the world is represented like a molecule is what it reminds me of. Um, Kind of like being birthed into like 3D. And this person is might be reflecting on like what it I'm getting the energy of like a fresh start, a new beginning. And that they would want to come to you with king energy as opposed to knight energy. That's still not fast energy, I mean, but it is probably going to be a little bit more consistent. A lot more consistent, to be honest. But I still feel like this person is going to want to take it slow. But yeah, I just feel like they're trying to get into a stronger, more confident energy. And they are, they might have been really stuck at one point. That could also be their current energy now, even with the Seven of Cups coming up in reverse. It's like the feeling of, like, again, this is Scorpio energy, overwhelm, too many options, um, too many outcomes, too many things that could go wrong. That could also be what they're thinking about, with wanting to move forward in your direction or not. But I do feel like with the Fool coming up, and that's our last card, this feels like the start of a new beginning. It's the start of a Fool's journey, taking that risk, walking that path. And it could be with you. If you've already ended things, this person might be really in their head about it, really thinking about not wanting to end this. Wheel of Fortune, it almost feels like this person might feel like this was meant to happen, meant to be. And I also am getting the energy that it's not over. They want to continue going on this merry-go-round with you, is the imagery I'm getting. But they do feel lighthearted about it. And as far as their emotions, I do feel like how they feel about you is, you know, very strong. I do feel like some deep, sad energy is coming through with the Five of Cups currently. But if it's not for that energy, I do feel like there is love or very strong like, depending on your type of connection. Um, See if I want to get any clarifiers, Spirit. Why? Okay, let's see. Why is the Five of Cups here with the Knight of Pentacles? Kind of looks like an astronaut. So we have the Queen of Swords. Ooh. With the Emperor coming up in reverse, this could be some sort of breakup or disconnect. One of you could be blocking the other. You could be blocking this person. Or they may have fallen from the pedestal, almost like they may realize that you see them truly. The veil has been lifted. The Wizard of Oz has been revealed, type of feeling, like that you truly see them, and they are, feeling maybe lack of confidence because of whatever happened or whatever they did or did not do. Okay, is there any other clarifier, Spirit? Three of Pentacles popping up. I want to get let's just be clear. Why is the King of Pentacles in strength here, Spirit? Success. Okay, they want success with you. They really are feeling that they want a good outcome. They really want success. They want a fresh start. They want a new beginning. They want this to be rebirthed into something. Okay? Bottom of the deck energy is the Hierophant in reverse. This could have been the blocked energy I feel like this person wants to reconsider offering you a commitment, especially if they weren't offering that to you in the past. Four of Swords now is coming up with the Three of Swords. Wow. Yeah, this could be King of Cups. This could have been a breakup for a lot of you, or some sort of separation or disconnect. I do feel like this person is isolating, hermiting, reflecting. And I think the majority of you are dealing with a person that wants a second chance. I don't want to give anyone false promise in that department, but I am getting a strong message that this person wants to take that risk again. But again, they are not ready to do it right at this moment. I am sensing they are still in a little bit of stuck energy. So let's get into the oracle. I'm curious, Spirit. What details for Pal 3's person on their mind? What else could you tell us, Spirit, about how this person feels about Pal 3? Okay, got a card that fell on the ground. Interesting. Soulmates. I feel like that's coming up a lot in the readings lately. This could be a spiritual connection. Take it as it resonates, whether it's a soulmate or not. It can also be a karmic or your divine counterpart. I mean, or it could not be spiritual. It really does depend on what type of connection you have. So I feel like this person really is trying to get strength. They're really trying to work on faking it to make it with this mask. They're pretending, I think, in their day-to-day life. But I feel like this is huge for them. And they might really be in the thick of pain with the Five of Cups, pain coming up, and curse. It feels like they're really experiencing some really deep emotional triggers and clinging. That does feel like the energy of this person, like really clinging to the idea of this fresh start or a new beginning or new cycle. Okay. But yeah, I don't think they're ready to let you go, Pile 3. I want to see what messages they would say to you. Now, for those of you that might be with this person currently, which I don't think might be many of you, but it could simply just be that if, like, for example, if this is your spouse or someone that you are really connected in, and if you're going through a struggle or a challenge, this person wants to start over. They want a fresh start. Regardless, it's the same energy, whether you're with this person or in separation. It's the idea of this person really going through it. They're really feeling bad about something. Okay. Spirit, what messages would Pile 3's person say to Pile 3? Oh, wow. Okay. We're gonna take 3. I feel empty without you. Yeah. My biggest regret is not telling you how I really feel. That could have been one of the problems with the mask coming or bluff coming up. They might really have, Pentacles energy with the Knight and the King could be very in their logical mind, in their business, in their they're not really emotional. But I feel like if you have broken up with this person or are in a separation or a fight, this person is feeling those emotions that they normally wouldn't feel. So maybe it's a good thing for them. I am grateful that you came into my life. Wow. You might be teaching them some things. You're the best thing that has happened to me. Wow, these are very beautiful messages. So I do feel like this person feels very strongly about you. And I'm getting the energy like, um, if they messed up, I treated you like an option and I am sorry. That might resonate with some of you, but with the 7 of Cups coming up at one point, at the bottom of the deck. But if they did like if they did not treat you the way they should have, or if they dropped the ball in some way, like, or messed things up, I really do feel like they are clinging onto the idea of trying to make this better. And I do feel like they're going through it. They're feeling really heartbroken. Especially if they are looking at you like a soulmate energy. Like that's pretty deep. For them to view you in that way. Let's give this a couple of shuffles. Let's get into your advice, Spirit. What advice should we give pile 3 for this energy? What should pile 3 do right now? What's the messages? Let's get one more. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Entrance Stone. Wow, new beginnings, step forward, expansion. I mean, I don't know if Spirit is giving you like a green light if this person were to return, or if you and this person are in a fight. For those of you that are in a connection with this person, um, that it's important for you to step forward and to always make sure that you are facing those new beginnings and not holding on to like past or old yucky energy. Expanding your consciousness could also mean like just being present. I also feel like this person, like with this globe key coming a little bit over like the heart chakra. So, making sure that you're coming always from a place of love. And that's up to you. Based on this connection, which there could be a lot of different connections coming through in this reading, I'm sensing. Um, And if that's, again, if this doesn't feel like a deep connection, then this might not be your reading because I am getting the energy of like this person just really having strong feelings for you. So, that being said, if this person deserves a second chance, then I think Spirit is giving you the green light. Now, we also have the records coming up. Remember why you came, be bold, legacy, records, keeping record, you know, remember why you came, be bold, legacy. Taking inspired action when inspired action is triggered within you. Inspired action could be very, very insane. It feels so good. And you don't even think, you just act because it just feels like the right thing to do. But, that could also be a fool's journey. It could be a risk. So be mindful and always use discernment with any action you take. But this could also mean like keeping record, journaling, reflecting in your own way. Spirit is saying it might be a good idea to kind of keep track of some of the lessons that you are learning in this experience. Pave your own way. Leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. Keep going. Face your North Star. And even just like this person, like almost looks like a giant walking through a town or a city, is like be your biggest, boldest self, regardless of whatever's going on with this person. Spirit is saying like follow your light. Keep your chakras open. Your heart chakra, even your crown chakra. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling of crown chakra. Um, And this could also be fire energy, creativity. If you got that spark of doing something in the creative, whether it's writing, maybe some of you are writers. I don't know. Um, this is Spirit's kind of message to, tune into your energy And remember that you are walking your path and to stay on track, stay on course. Wow. Okay, so that's where we are going to end this reading today. I hope the messages resonated or helped you in some way, Pal 3. Let me know if they did, and I hope I see you again. Bye, guys.